So we're going to go ahead and log in as a preparer level user and show that functionality first. Okay. And once they log in, they will automatically be navigated to the screen where they create a tax charge, or basically where they'll spend the majority of their time when they're within QuikPrice. So preparers will have an abbreviated list of menu picks. Basically, they can navigate to the QuikPrice tool itself, or they can work with clients. And they can list the current clients within a network. They can add a new client if it's the first time the client has been to the office. And then from this drop list, they can also navigate to QuikPrice, which is essentially a default. So let's look at the list clients link first. And when they click this, basically they'll be given a list of all the clients that currently exist within the network, and the social security number's last 4 digits functioning as an identifier for the client. So in the instance where maybe we have clients with the same last name, or even the last name and first name being the same, we can look at the last 4 digits of the social number to identify them, make sure we have the correct client. Also, this allows us to keep a limited amount of personal data in the database, and the other, I guess it would be 5 digits of the social number, are not retained, just the last 4. So from here, the preparer also has the ability to filter by the last name of the suite of clients if they do still need to find somebody, and it'll give a list. Here's a good example of somebody with the same first and last name within the network. So they could choose the correct one. If we go back here, we have a sample client that we're going to go ahead and prepare a QuikPrice for. So let's go ahead and look at this one client, William Hart. And so we'll go ahead and click the client. And what ends up showing up is the information that is in the system for this client. This could be multiple tax records going back. For this install of QuikPrice, we only have tax records from the previous tax year, 2008. But what it shows is what was actually charged last year and then what was discounted last year. So if we look at that, last year's charge was $334, which was the number that came out of the tax preparation software. But this was actually what was charged. So this is his billing history up to this point. From here, the preparer can also go ahead and click the edit link if any of William's information has changed between last year and first year. Maybe he'd like to go by Bill. So we'll go ahead and save that. Now his information is automatically updated. Also, there's a discount number field here, and if your business network uses discount numbers or any kind of a number to apply a discount, if a discount is given, the discount number can be used to identify which client actually got what discount. So the client that we used the client that used the tool last year had discount numbers that were in effect, so this functionality was included. This could be left blank, and it would just be a default to blank. So one other thing I wanted to show here is this is the location where Bill Hart had his taxes prepared last year, and this is just a quick way for the preparer to go ahead and give location information and also go ahead and look at that location on a map. And this is just added functionality, a little bit of flexibility, so if a map needed to be sent home with the client, or if there's any detail that could be given to acquaintances of the client if they wanted to come into the office, they could go ahead and print this map and give it to them. So let's go ahead and navigate back here. We'll go back to Bill, and let's go ahead and add a QuikPrice for him. So we can click this link. He's going to be automatically fed in here. We're going to choose the current tax season, and we're going to say he's at location 1 this year. And we're going to enter a number of 350. Click Save. And what ends up happening is this is his QuikPrice. So this would be what the number that comes out of the tax prep software, and then this is QuikPrice in action, giving a number of $330 to actually charge, and 21 would be the discount this year. So just to give a quick overview of this number, QuikPrice has in its functionality a percentage increase that will either be granted to all clients within a business network or specific to a location. Because he was at location 1, the increase for location 1 is 10%, and the increase for the entire network is 5%. So this allows a little bit of pricing flexibility. We talked about this in the presentation from last week, but essentially what this allows you to do is gradually increase your prices on an annual basis and allow that price number to be flexible by location or what you feel comfortable that your clients are okay with paying. And that number is also changeable throughout the year. So if we wanted to back that number down, we could do that. If you left the number blank for the location, the overall franchise number or business unit number, or excuse me, overall business number would be the one that would be used. And that number can also be changed throughout the year. So what we then have is the ability to go a little bit more quickly than that, and let's just go ahead and create another tax charge for another user in the system. We'll once again do it at location 1. So we're going to do this one for Mike Hogue, and this would be more along how a tax preparer would use the tool. And this is how quickly it works. So the numbers that were entered here, this year the tax preparation software said Mike's taxes were $220. So if we go back here and look at him, we can see his pricing history between the last 2 years. So last year he paid $162 with a discount of $49. And last year his taxes were $211. This year's taxes went up a little bit as per the tax preparation software to $220, which is the number that we entered. So he had an increase of $9 on his baseline, and we applied that to the actual number and then offset that with a discount. So as you can see, he's gradually having his price increased and his discount decreased, and that's the overall goal of QuikPrice, which is to incrementally grow the revenue that's retained, but not at a level that is going to cause client retention to be an issue. And once again, using the difference between last year's $211 and this year's $220, the $9 difference is an increase in either complexity or time, so that's a valid charge. And that's basically how QuikPrice works for regular preparers. It's a very fast thing. It's easy for them to do, and then they have the ability to look in real time at what the pricing differences were between the 2 years, and not have to generate a price on the fly. One other thing I wanted to show you on a preparer level is the ability for a preparer to modify their own account. So they cannot change their username, but they can change their user email address, and they can change their password. So they have the ability, a little bit of flexibility with keeping their account secure, I guess. If they feel like they want to change their password every now and then, the ability works to do that. So let's go ahead and do that. So in this case, I just entered the password as the username, and it gives me a message that I probably shouldn't do that. So let's go back and change that. All right. So I've got a medium strength password because it's just letters and numbers. We could throw in other characters or add punctuation like it says. But it does confirm that the passwords match, and it allows us to go ahead and change this information and give a notification that this has been done. So that's really how a preparer would use QuikPrice.